In our discussion today, we're going to be talking about philosophical aspects of anthropomorphism in pets. The inspiration for this video comes from a relative's snarky comment made over the recent holidays about how we treated our dogs. He said,
"Treating dogs like people. Huh. Why have you put that on your philosophy channel?"
Okay, challenge accepted. I suppose it's best to start out with a definition of anthropomorphism. Basically, it's the attribution of human characteristics to non-human entities. While this deeply ingrained human tendency is sometimes applied to inanimate objects like cars or robots, or natural phenomena like storms, it is perhaps most prevalent in our interactions with animals, particularly our pets. As we develop a relationship with our pets, we often start ascribing human traits, emotions, and intentions to them. This can manifest in various ways, from simply referring to a pet as happy or sad to believing they possess complex emotions like guilt or jealousy. While anthropomorphism can be a natural and intuitive way for humans to understand and relate to animals, it is essential to recognize its potential pitfalls and ethical considerations. When looking at it from a philosophical perspective, it is important to distinguish anthropomorphism from personification. While both involve attributing human qualities to something that isn't human, personification is a figure of speech used to create imagery and emphasize a point. For example, saying, "the wind howled," is a form of personification. In contrast, anthropomorphism involves a genuine belief that the being in question possesses human-like characteristics. As an interesting side note, anthropomorphism has ancient roots in religion and mythology. Animals and myths are often given human traits. For example, Odin's ravens, Hugin and Munin, meaning thought and memory, act as his spies, demonstrating intelligence and the ability to communicate information. In Egyptian mythology, gods often are depicted as having human bodies with the heads of animals. This combination of human and animal forms is a type of anthropomorphism, where animal characteristics are imbued with symbolic meaning related to the god's role. For example, Anubis, the god of the dead, has the head of a jackal, an animal associated with cemeteries. Many Native American traditions feature animal spirits or deities that possess human characteristics. Trickster figures like coyote or raven often embody both animal and human traits, using cunning and wit to navigate the world. In the Trois Frères cave drawings in France, we find the intriguing sorcerer image that depicts a figure with the antlers of a stag, the face of an owl, and the body of a human. This composite creature is often interpreted as a shaman or a spirit being, suggesting a blending of human and animal characteristics. So, as we can see, the human practice of anthropomorphism has been common from prehistory and across many cultures. But what are the pros and cons of this ascribing human characteristics to our pets? One of the primary benefits is the fostering of a deeper emotional bond between humans and their animal companions. This can lead to increased empathy and a greater understanding of their needs, resulting in improved care. By viewing pets as family members, individuals may experience greater emotional satisfaction and companionship, potentially leading to improved mental health. Anthropomorphism can also facilitate communication and understanding between humans and their pets. Owners who anthropomorphize their pets may become more attuned to their animals' subtle cues and behaviors, allowing for more effective communication and training. For example, recognizing that a dog's averted gaze or lowered body posture might indicate fear or anxiety can help owners respond appropriately and avoid escalating the situation. Furthermore, anthropomorphism may have played a role in the evolution of companion animal species. As humans and animals co-evolved, those animals that exhibited traits that were more easily interpreted as human-like may have been favored, leading to the development of breeds that are particularly adept at social interaction and communication with humans. This is very evident in dogs who have a high aptitude for understanding human communication, such as pointing at an object. It is also worth noting that anthropomorphism might contribute to increased oxytocin levels. Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, plays a crucial role in social bonding and attachment. Studies have shown that mutual gazing between dogs and their owners can lead to increased oxytocin levels in both, strengthening the emotional connection between them. However, it is crucial to acknowledge the potential downsides of anthropomorphism of pets. Attributing human emotions and motivations to pets can result in unrealistic expectations and frustration when animals do not behave as anticipated. This can be detrimental to both the animal's well-being and the human-animal bond. For instance, misinterpreting a dog's fear response as guilt or shame can lead to inappropriate training methods and further exacerbate the animal's anxiety. Moreover, anthropomorphism can lead to misinterpretations of animal behavior, hindering our ability to understand their true needs and motivations. This can result in owners providing inappropriate care, such as withholding food and water as punishment, or failing to recognize signs of distress or illness. Let's circle back to ongoing philosophical debates about the nature and implications of anthropomorphism. Some view it as an inherent cognitive bias that can hinder our understanding of non-human minds. This perspective suggests that our tendency to anthropomorphize stems from our limited ability to comprehend minds that are fundamentally different from our own. While this view highlights the potential for misinterpretation, it may also underestimate the complexity of human-animal interactions and the potential for genuine interspecies understanding. Others argue that anthropomorphism is an adaptive mechanism that allows us to make sense of the world around us, including the behavior of animals. This take on the idea suggests that anthropomorphism is not simply a cognitive error, but rather a tool that helps us navigate social interactions and build relationships, even with those of other species. However, this view may overlook the potential for anthropomorphism to lead to inaccurate assumptions about animal minds and behavior. From a pragmatist perspective, anthropomorphism is a social activity that cannot be separated from its context. It is a way of interacting with and relating to animals that is shaped by our cultural norms and individual experiences. This perspective emphasizes the importance of understanding the specific context in which anthropomorphism occurs to assess its potential benefits and drawbacks. But it may not provide clear guidance on how to navigate the ethical challenges associated with anthropomorphism. I guess that leads us into a discussion of the ethics of anthropomorphism. The ethical implications of anthropomorphism are, as my anthropomorphic AI robot pal Matt likes to say about almost everything, a complex, multifaceted tapestry. Treating pets as human-like beings raises questions about their autonomy, their right to express natural behaviors, and our responsibility to respect their inherent worth as animals. While providing pets with love and care is essential, it is equally important to recognize their distinct needs and abilities and avoid imposing human values and expectations onto them. Furthermore, the inherent power imbalance in the human-animal relationship necessitates careful consideration of our ethical responsibilities, since pets are entirely dependent on their human guardians for their well-being, making them vulnerable to exploitation and mistreatment. It is crucial to recognize this power dynamic and ensure that our interactions with pets are guided by respect, compassion, and a commitment to their welfare. One of the key ethical considerations that some modern-day philosophers have pondered is the potential for anthropomorphism to create a moral hierarchy of species. By prioritizing the well-being of our pets, who we often view as family members, we may inadvertently devalue the lives of other animals, particularly those used for food or research. This raises ethical questions about our moral obligations to all animals, regardless of their relationship to us. While some anthropomorphic practices, such as providing enrichment activities that cater to an animal's natural instincts, can be beneficial, others can be detrimental. Overfeeding pets, especially with highly processed human foods that can easily lead to obesity, is a prime example of how anthropomorphism can negatively impact animal health. Additionally, providing them with a diet that is not suited to their species-specific needs, such as forcing a cat, an obligate carnivore, to have a vegan diet, can lead to malnutrition and various health problems. One thing I can rant about but I won't here is using harsh punishments and training methods based on misinterpretations of canine behavior and scientifically debunked ideas that can also compromise their physical and emotional well-being. Going beyond typical pets that have essentially co-evolved with humans, like cats and dogs and perhaps horses, what about anthropomorphism and ethics in the context of conservation efforts? In this context, anthropomorphism has been a kind of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it can foster empathy and support for conservation efforts by highlighting the human-like qualities of endangered species. This can be particularly effective in raising awareness and generating public support for the protection of charismatic critters, such as pandas, fur seals, or elephants. However, anthropomorphism can also lead to misdirected conservation efforts that prioritize charismatic species over less appealing ones, even if the latter are more ecologically important. This can result in a skewed allocation of resources and neglect of species that may play crucial roles in maintaining ecosystem health and biodiversity. This charismatic species appeal has had significant ecological effects in addition to raising ethical questions. The case of raccoons in Japan provides a stark example of how anthropomorphism can have unintended negative consequences. In the 1970s, thousands of raccoons were imported to Japan as pets after a popular cartoon series, Rascal the Raccoon, portrayed them as cute and cuddly creatures. However, when these raccoons exhibited their natural wild behaviors, many owners abandoned them, leading to an invasive species problem that has had significant ecological and economic impacts. Even here in the U.S., despite their scavenging habits, raccoons are often seen as cute and even endearing animals, what with their masked faces, ability to manipulate objects, and curious behavior. The nickname Trash Panda captures this duality, combining a slightly negative association with a more positive and playful image. As we can see, anthropomorphism can influence animal welfare decisions, and it's even been known to affect legal investigations and actions. For example, when investigating cases involving animal attacks or damage caused by wildlife, there's a risk of attributing human-like motives or intentions to the animal's actions. Sometimes it's assumed an animal attacked out of spite rather than due to fear, territoriality, hunger, or mistreatment. This can lead to misinterpretations of the event and inappropriate legal responses. By understanding the pros and cons, including the ethical concerns, anthropomorphism can give us a lens to examine the relationship between humans and animals, especially our pets. Pets provide us with companionship, emotional support, and a sense of purpose. They offer unconditional love and acceptance, often providing a source of comfort and stress relief. In turn, humans have the obligation to provide their pets with food, shelter, and care, fulfilling their basic needs and ensuring their safety and well-being. This interdependence can create a strong bond that can be both enriching and challenging. Can we take this bond too far, which I guess is what my relative was implying with his snarky comment? Perhaps so. But anthropomorphism plays a significant role in shaping this relationship by enhancing the connection with our pets, allowing us to relate to them on an emotional level and interpret their behavior in a way that is meaningful to us. We just need to recognize the limitations of anthropomorphic thinking, since not recognizing this can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations and even unethical behaviors. I think there's a lot more philosophical and sociological areas of anthropomorphism to explore, such as the replacement of human children by pets and the anthropomorphism of AI systems. Let me know in the comments if you would like a video on these subjects. Anyway, I hope I've fulfilled the request of my relative and provided you with a fun and useful exploration of this topic. What do you think? Do people anthropomorphize their pets too much? Do you agree with my relative that dogs should be chained outside or something like that? Let me know. Oh, and do the like and subscribe thing for those anthropomorphic AI overlords. Thanks again for watching.